Donald Trump has promised, or at least stated, or now he's going back and telling other people they should do it, that there shall be no income tax soon. I believe this is not going to happen the way that most people think. I believe a lot of people are following the Pied Piper off of a cliff because they are making real plans right now that are going to affect their lives forever because they could be pivoting. And I'm going to dive all into it. I'm going to talk about a business partner of mine. I'm going to talk about something I'm doing right now to prepare. And real quick, I'm closing enrollment to both tax courses tomorrow. I believe the timer is set. You'll have to look at the link for Crypto Tax Pro and the Tax Planning 101 course. I've heard of many people say that they don't need to take the course or learn about income taxes to save stupid amounts of money and prepare for their retirement because Donald Trump's going to eliminate it. Well, let me let you know that I made one man, a business partner of mine, $1 million, made him a millionaire. And he ended up walking away because of these trumped up stories that there's about to be no income tax, that XRP is going to $10,000. And he walked away from our business because he didn't want to do the work. He just wanted Donald Trump to do it all for him. I'm not joking. This is derangement syndrome at its core. And our company that ran nodes, validator nodes for other companies, which he honestly didn't even know how it worked, but that's all right. He just hit his peak. That's his peak right there. And he's about to find out that he owes a crap ton of money in taxes because he doesn't know what he's doing with crypto. All right. So Donald Trump came out and one of his things, I don't remember if it was before he was elected or right after, I'm eliminating income tax. Type 1, if you've noticed, nothing happened but crickets since then. Just throwing this out there because we got to separate the people that understand what's going on and the people that have no clue. Now, I'm about to ask you a question, and it's a yes or no answer. And answering no, you should have no shame about this. And what it should do, if you say no, I didn't understand this part of the tax system and how it works, it will open up your mind to a whole new realm of possibilities, okay? And then I'm going to explain what I believe is coming under Trump's no tax plan. And it's going to enrage many Americans. But the sad thing is, it's going to... All right, let's just dive in. Type yes or no if you knew, and it's good if you say no, honestly, that we are taxed, every American is taxed in every income tax bracket equally, that it is a progressive tax. Now, if you're saying no, hey, I didn't know that. I'm going to tell you a little story. And so let me explain. You are taxed in every bracket up to the amount. Awesome. Big Daddy didn't know this. I'm stoked that people didn't know this. I'm going to wake a lot of people up. You are taxed progressively in every bracket up to the last dollar you make, the highest dollar you make. So if you make $49,001, you are taxed in the 10, the 12, whatever those brackets are, up to that $49,001. We at the fire department, I remember one day, we had a guy turn down an overtime, and he loved overtimes. And it was, I don't know, it was July. He had taken like every overtime that he had been given, right? All of a sudden he turned it down, and everyone's like, whoa, Han, you turned it down? He goes, yeah, I'm not. That's going to push me into the next tax bracket, because he'd already done all the math of all of the money he'd made in his throughout the whole year in his salary, plus the overtime he would work. And I'm all, Han, it doesn't work like that. You're taxed in every bracket. He goes, no, I know what I'm doing. Okay. He wasn't that bright because he didn't pick up his smartphone, and Google something. That's when you know you're not dealing with an intelligent person. And I want to make something really clear. The amount of rich and wealthy people that watch this channel are intense. It blows my mind every day. All right. So there are a lot of people that understand this, right? And they understand the psychology of humans, and they just take advantage of it because why wouldn't you? I do it every day. All right. This is why I'm teaching people all kinds of different skills outside of the financial system outside of the school system. Right. So he didn't take that overtime. I took it because I knew that even if it bumped me in the next bracket, the difference between 15 and 18% or 20 and 22%, let's say, on those little bit of dollars, the extra 2% ain't nothing. I took it. And then I took the money and I bought crypto with it. So good news. That was a long time ago. 2017, actually. So everyone is taxed equally. Now, Trump's been coming out and saying that we're going to eliminate income tax. Just so you know, that's as simple as saying, okay, there's no more income tax, but there's a use tax. Or there's no more income tax and there's a wealth tax. Like in certain states, you're taxed extra if you own a boat any kind of boat over a certain size because, well, only rich people own boats. You're like, dude, this is a 12-foot aluminum boat. Yeah, well, the law says anything over 10, so you get taxed. Point being is that they can just change the name, and they've been right. But this is what I believe is going to happen. And I want your support here in if you think this is plausible, because I think what's going to happen is just like how Gavin Newsom in California, and politicians know how to do this. I know how to do this. They look at their demographics. They look at the loudest people, which are the poorest people. Okay, just so you know that. Hopefully I offended someone with that, because I don't want you to be poor anymore. I want you to become rich. All right, and that means you got to change your mindset. So poor people are the loudest, and they're the largest demographic. You have more poor and lower middle class people in America than you do wealthy. Okay. Those are just facts. So it's super easy, because we have this progressive system, to eliminate a couple of tax brackets. Still call it income tax. And the poor would cheer, because they would say, oh my gosh, I don't pay any more taxes, like Gavin Newsom did with, hey, we're going to increase fast food workers to $25, crippling the fast food industry. But what most people didn't realize, he didn't do it for them. He didn't do it for the employees. But he immediately made those employees pay more tax in California. Type yes or no if this is starting to make sense to you. I'm curious. So you got a lot of people, and my thoughts, my thesis is based off of a video from a YouTuber that came on the other day. And he had like 7,500 people watching his live stream. And this guy, he wears fancy clothes, talks real nice, clean cut guy. And I believe you're going to see a lot of people ousted in this realm as fake, and that's why I don't care about doing videos in my car or using cardboard or joking around. I don't have anything to prove, right? So everybody, 7,500 people were watching this guy's thesis that XRP is going to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars in the next week and a half. Now, a lot of people don't remember because they're not subscribed. They didn't hit the bell icon. I've come out specific times this year and say, I'm selling this crypto at the top. I did it with Clanker. I did it with XCN. I did it with actually almost every single one. Only a few people that watched that video got to see it. I don't repeat myself. I'm not a mockingbird. I don't need to repeat myself 20 times. If people miss it, they miss it. I've also said, hey, I bought this at this price, and I waited for it to come down a little bit lower. If you want to check it out, you may check it out. Type 10 if you guys remember specific time points. And the problem is with this channel, and actually the channel is totally blessed by God, but it has there's some it doesn't get out to a lot of people, let's say. As a matter of fact, watch this. Type 11 if you've witnessed it, where my live streams don't ping you and you got notifications turned on, or you get unsubscribed. Type 11 if that's you. I can't repeat myself like a mockingbird every time, and I won't do it because I've got other important things to do, right? But I do care about people and want them to get all the information. That's why we set up the newsletter. I don't sell any information. I don't market any of that stuff, anything to you guys in that. I just send my videos out so that you get it, because we're not getting the notifications out. So 7,500 people were watching this guy, and the comments were really respectful and nice. I got to admit, that's really awesome. These people want to have their ears tickled. They want to someone to console them for their pain points that they're dealing with, and they want to be told that everything's going to be okay. All you got to do is buy this magic pill of finance, whether it be a crypto or believe that the president's going to make income tax free. Now think about this: income tax is the way that politicians print money and put it in their own pockets. It's already been proven that Nancy Pelosi's trades beat all of the best financial advisors. Well, she used to be a school teacher, I believe. It's because she's stealing. It's insider trading, which is actually legal because it's not, it's frowned upon, but as long as they pay an $80 fine if they don't report their purchases within a certain amount of time, they get away with it. Oh, we paid the fine. We're good, because Congress is in charge of that fine, and that fine was what, $80? Made a long time ago. It's disgusting, but that's their printing machine. They're not going to get rid of it, but they can get rid of it for the 10% bracket, the 12% bracket. And guess what? They've now eliminated income tax for 100% of the population in America. Why? Because it's a progressive tax scheme that everybody pays in the 10% bracket, or to a certain amount, let's say. Everyone pays the 12%. I could have the percentages wrong. I'm not one of those people that run off of a teleprompter and have all primmed and polished and you know, I'm just here to go crush and make money and show you guys how to make money, okay? So forgive me if I get the tax brackets wrong. But because everyone pays that, they've just eliminated income tax for everyone at that bracket. So you need to be planning for taxes right now. You need to keep planning how to save money in taxes because it's going to make you not only smarter, wiser, but you're going to become more shrewd. And shrewd is not a four-letter word. Shrewd is intelligence. Being able to act appropriately at the proper times with your finances to make the most return when most people aren't looking that way. See, all of the poor and middle class right now are looking at Trump going, hey, Papa, save me. It's okay. No tax. And you know what? And you know what's great about that? If they eliminate the two lowest brackets, you know what they've done? They've just supercharged the economy because all those people are poor for a reason. Type 100 if you agree with that. People are poor for a reason. We all started poor. I didn't get any help financially. I did all this myself. I had to make decisions and go against the grain, swim against the current. All right. So the poor people are poor for a reason. So the second they get some more money in their pocket, guess what they're going to do? They're going to spend like crazy. It's going to cause a big boom in the economy, and there'll still be income tax. And they'll probably just change the name. It's wealth tax, part of the wealthy. Better not say anything, or you're going to look really stupid in front of all the poor people. They're probably going to come to your house with pitchforks. So I start planning for taxes. I'm closing enrollment to both of those tax courses in the next day. We'll open it up next year. People that want to take advantage, and keep the emails coming. If you've already taken the course, I've already got 2 emails. Save somebody. Our plan saved somebody 20 grand and somebody else 35,000 bucks. And the 35,000 was for their company. They took the course for themselves, figured out what the company was doing wrong. Boom, crushed it. Most people don't do tax planning. So I'm going to start teaching it and I'm going to start crushing it in 2026. And we're all going to start making more money because we're saving more money and then we're going to have that money to invest. And it's going to be this big thing. We're super stoked people. I just got out of a mastermind a handful of weeks ago and I learned some new things. I'm about to jump into a new mastermind with some of the wealthiest people on earth. And I'm really excited. And it's going to cost a lot. I'm going to be cutting a big check for that because I want to keep getting around people that are at that next level. And I hope that all of you type yes or no if you're trying. You understand how important it is. You're like, I'm trying, Ninja. I'm trying to get into another group of people that are at least at my level mentally and success-wise or at that next higher level so that I can then be brought up. Well, let me give you a little hint on how to do it. Not only is it going to cost money, right? At a certain point, it costs money because that's the qualifier for success. End of story. Sorry if that offends you. If it offends you, start working on your offense because you can't go anywhere forward being an offense. But the other thing at the lower tiers, become a serve other people. Be the higher level for someone else or a group of people. And if you do, I believe, honestly, God brings you into that next realm. Okay. So if you'll serve other people, like what I do with doing YouTube videos, going and speaking at places, all that kind of stuff, serve people at that lower level, and then God will bring you up to that next one. Okay. He'll make the way. All right. With that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.